Hi Virgo, welcome to your horoscope. Virgo, as we spoke about in the part 1 of the video, which was the introduction to February 2020, we spoke about that in the month of February, you would be putting down seeds of something new. This is just the initiation of a process which will grow over the course of 2020, and it will become the source of abundance of your next 20 years. Because in the month of February, the part of your life which is getting highlighted, that's where Saturn will move from 21st of March 2020 as well, and it will start creating the new structure of abundance in that part of your life. And then Jupiter joins Saturn on 21st of December. So from summer solstice to winter solstice, in that process you would see certain seeds are being laid down, certain initial growth is being seen in that area of your life. And from December 21st of December, when Saturn and Jupiter meet together in the very same part of your life, there is a shift. There is a shift in possible structure of your material world, how you create growth, where do the gains come from, what type of growth you experience, what is the type of career, what is the type of profession, what is the type of work you do, that will create gains over the course of next 20 years will be different from what it has been till now. Because Saturn and Jupiter, this cycle is the cycle that affects us most at the conscious level, at the level of our physical reality. It affects our material world, it affects our material abundance, because Jupiter is expansion and Saturn is structure. So this is a structure of our expansion goes through significant change when these two planets meet once in 20 years. And this meeting in December 2020 is so very important because they're meeting in an element different from where they have been meeting for the last 180 years. So the type of growth we will experience, the source of growth that we'll experience in the next 20 years is going to be very different from how we have been deriving growth in the last couple of years or throughout our lifetime essentially. And that process, the seed of that process initiates in February 2020. That's why it's important to understand what is this area of your life, what kind of profession, what kind of way of working you would be benefited by going towards, by working towards, starting from this month. So for you, Virgo, where Aquarius sits in your chart is 6th house. It is your own house. 6th house is ruled by Virgos, and that is getting highlighted. And 6th house is the house of duties. It's the house of responsibilities. It's the house of work routines. It's a house of work environment, creating a lucrative service environment, creating something of service to the world, creating something of value to the world, creating a work environment which is efficient, which is perfect, where we are getting rid of what does not work and what works. It's you bringing order to life. It's you bringing order to details. You bringing attention to details. You focusing on the things that are essential to make an organization work. So you would find that in the month of February, you might be putting down certain new processes. You might be taking care of your responsibilities. You will find yourself being very busy in terms of either your work or your day-to-day responsibilities because you are bringing order to life. You're bringing opportunities, work opportunities. Yes, some of you would be bringing new kind of work, new kind of projects, new kind of work opportunities will be showing up in your work environment, which will keep you very busy. This is a house which is busy. Virgo as a sign is a busy sign. Virgo as a sign is a sign that needs to be of value. It needs to create something which is perfect, which is efficient, which brings order to people's life, which is of service to people. And this is something that you will initiate in the month of February, especially if you have planets in the initial degrees of Virgo, which is if you're Virgo born around 25th of August, you might have experienced a complete shift in the way you function in an organization, in the way you manage your team, in the way you take care of your responsibility. And all of you will experience a fresh wave of that, a recreation of your responsibility, a recreation of order, a recreation of lists of things to create order in your work environment, and refurbishing your work environment to make it efficient, to make it prominent, to put yourself in spotlight on work. You'll be taking on projects which puts you in spotlight as well. So, as your work life gets highlighted, along with that, your health habits will also be coming to focus. Your well being, your physical fitness, your mental stability when things get really busy. And it is a preview to you because you would be managing both your physical health as well as your work together, and you'll have to balance your mind body connection as you get more prominent in work, in your output to the world, as this new cycle begins for you in December. And the year 2020 will be dedicated to creating these processes, laying down the groundwork of change in your habits, change in your routines, bringing life back in balance, organizing life, improving your work environment, new projects, multiple projects coming in, you working in a team environment, you putting people together, bringing people together to initiate changes, well thought out changes, which you initiate, which satisfy you when it comes to your work, when it comes to your routine. You are taking care of business, you're taking care of details, you are in your element here, you're creating efficiency, you're reorganizing an environment which looked like in chaos, you're finding solutions to issues, you are doing analysis, you're doing critical thinking, you are being useful, of service, improving life for others, improving life for your workers, for your co-workers, for your team that works under you, with you. You will be taking care of the people who report to you, who work for you, whether they are employees at home or these are employees at work. You'll be taking care of their duties and streamlining their duties to some extent, because you want to create more output out of what they do. You would want to create a better work environment as well as a better health environment for yourself. You'll be taking care of things and you'll be exploring new opportunities. What can I do to create efficiency in an organization? What can I do which will bring more value to the world? Where can I create more material value gains for multiple set of people by creating efficiency? You'll be detoxing, you'll be cleaning, you'll be sifting, you'll be filtering, you'll be looking at what works, what does not work. It makes you busy, but it keeps you in your element. You will be working beyond your ego here. You'll be giving up your ego, which Virgos are generally a humble sign. You'll be working beyond your ego and giving service to some extent selflessly here. You'll be performing your services selflessly. This is called being in the flow, getting rid of what you know is holding you back in terms of your efficiency, as well as giving up certain health habits that are holding back your performance both in life as well as in work. So this wind of change, this which could come out of nowhere, it could, certain duties could come out of nowhere, certain opportunities of work can come out of nowhere, certain projects can come out of nowhere. Those will suddenly come and they will put you in the middle of a very busy period. But you have to realize that in February you're cooking something. You cannot see the fruits when the seeds are sown. So this is a period of investment. This is a period when you are investing in a project, when you're investing in a team, when you're investing in a work environment, where you're investing in a type of work that you know will create something that will be of use to bigger set of people beyond you. You'll be creating a structure of work that like an efficient organization, both at work as well as at home. You'll be creating an efficient organization. This is your natural elements. Virgos are fixers. Virgos fix things. They fix issues. They are the solution people. They create solutions to issues. They create solutions to issues in an innovative fashion. They come up with the solutions that nobody else sees when it comes to health regime, when it comes to work issues. They create certain work practices, certain work environment that is innovative in nature. People don't know those kind of things, but Virgos do. How do we create certain kind of employment program? For example, you might be working in an organization, and as part of that organization, whether you're the owner or you're the head of that group, you'll be creating certain employment programs that will create more efficiency out of the team that you're working in. You might be putting down the seeds of humanitarian work, work that serves people more than you, and it brings people together to deliver something very useful and innovative to the world. So you would find the structure of your job going through shifts as a result of that. You will want to change the environment, the work environment, and how you manage your health and work, how you manage your daily activities. You'll find yourself restructuring, sifting, sorting, creating a capacity for something better going forward. You will be looking at approaches to problem in a detached way. In a detached and cool way, you'll be looking at issues and you'll be finding innovative solutions. And when you find innovative solutions of the problems you are facing at this stage, they are gold mine for you. The solutions to the problems you are discovering right now is part of your gains, is part of your abundance, is part of your growth of next 20 years. So it could be a new health regime you're inventing. It could be an innovative health interest that you're developing. You might be developing a natural healing method. You might be creating an approach to a problem, an efficiency problem that the world has, and you create a solution using technology for it. And that becomes the source of revenue, source of growth for you. There could be a issue related to health, certain nervous system issues, certain issues of health which involve circulations and networks, ankles, blood pressure. You'll find certain for many of you, you might be working in healing fields because Virgo is a healing sign. It is a sign of service and healing. So you might be working in a health environment whereby you might create a solution for a larger set of people related to health. Or you could be creating a new health solution for yourself, which will help you serve your job better, your work better, your projects better, which will derive more efficiency out of you. You might be fixing things in your house to some extent, creating an innovative way of handling issues at home which might have come up, and you know that that is going to serve you well in longer period of time. There's a progressive solution to an issue that you might be creating, and your gains will come from progressive solution to issues. You have to think of it in that direction. Where is inefficiency in a network, inefficiency in a platform, inefficiency in a way of doing things where you are able to think which other people are not able to think? So this could be a progressive idea that comes with a flash to you, that comes through thinking which is beyond ordinary. And why the thinking, why Virgos are specifically gifted for this aspect is because Uranus is sitting in your house of thinking. Uranus is a planet of brilliance. It is a planet that gives you flash insights into things. Sudden ideas come through that were not existing before, that did not exist in the world before. They come through your higher mind. They come through travel. They come through you interacting with broader set of people. They come through you being confident enough to share your radical philosophy with people, you feeling sure enough of yourself to be able to share your brilliant ideas, your unique ideas with the larger set of people. You sort of being okay with thinking out of norm, being okay thinking out of social norms. So Uranus has been in this house of thinking for you since last year. So you would have already started thinking in a different, radically different direction, whereby your higher mind is stimulated. This is not lower mind, this is higher mind. This is bigger ideas. This is ideas that you know would help people in a bigger way, that will create something of value of education, of teaching, your progressive philosophy that sort of you feel now sure enough to share with the people. Your new ideologies, your teachings, your sense of adventure, now you want to implement in a job, in a project, you want to launch it in an organized way to the world. And for that, you start laying down the processes, the groundwork right now in February. And you'll find when Saturn moves in this very house in March, from March to July, you'll see restructuring happening in that area of your life. New rules are getting created. You'll be creating new rule book for it. You'll be creating infrastructure for it. You'll be creating the teams for it. You'll be creating the people who need to come together to deliver this significantly innovative solution to the world. You'll be looking at hiring people for it, or you'll be looking to sort of join a job for it where you have to deliver this. But what you are bringing to the table is something that none of the signs have right now. Uranus comes in this area of our life once in lifetime, and for you, Uranus is sitting in your house of thinking, higher thinking, thinking foreign, thinking radically different, thinking out of the box, thinking about things that have not been invented, new ideologies, new philosophy, new sense of adventure that you only as a sign can put in a practical format, because for a lot of people this can stay as an abstract thought and can fizzle away. But you are gifted with this Saturn moving into this house from March, and then Saturn and Jupiter meeting together in December in your house of this structuring this brilliant idea into a touch it, feel it, organize it format. So for a lot of people, they might have a radically unique idea, but they do not have the impetus to put it into physical format. But with the aspects you have right now, and you'll start feeling this from February, you will put down into something that is tangible, something that has a structure to it. So a new start comes from it, a new structure of progressive solution that you're creating of a radically different idea that is coming to you, that is sort of delivered, your contribution to the society. You might be also fighting for, because this is a house of service. So, in some ways, what you're creating will serve a network of people, a network of set of people. Now, this is a niche set of people which it will service or deliver something of value to. This could be a certain set of people. Maybe this is in medical profession. Maybe this is a solution to an efficiency problem that you're delivering to a certain set of people, or it could be humanitarian. There could be a sacrifice in some ways that is done, because this is like you gaining by performing your duties, to humanity, by you serving what you think is your lot, you serving what you think is your path, you sort of performing your karma, your duties to the world. So this innovative progressive solution could be to health issues, could be to physical well-being, could be serving humanitarian causes through practical means. It could be creating technical services, progressive scientific ways to help those in need. Or you could be helping those who are maybe not have a very good lot in life, those abused or suffering. Or you might be creating a network of innovative progressive workers, a skilled team in a skill set that has not been created before. You might be creating a team of technical SMEs, subject matter experts who can innovate and create a platform to help many socially or service people in health, diet industry, through tech platforms, through AI. You might be addressing body circulatory system issues, and in your personal life, if you have been facing any health issues in the past, especially related to circulatory systems, heart, blood, veins, body's electric wiring, usually it results in something related to a heart disease ultimately. If you feel you are prone to that, this is a very good time to start looking at solution of that. This is a time of solutioning. This is the time when the element of your mind that focuses on finding solutions to things that seems difficult, that seemed opaque earlier, they start showing up in clarity right now. So you might find solutions to health issues at this time, which you could in future use to help others as well. It could be a solution related to your nervous system. For example, if you get migraines often, or you have a heart issue that you know is related to circulation of blood, or circulation of the way the heart is pumping the blood. Uh, this is a very good time to take out a little bit of time to figure out how do you fill up your health. What kind of health regime helps you? Is there an innovative way of healing? For example, acupuncture, using electrical current to sort of help your health, finding an innovative diet that helps you. So you could be involved in that. You could be setting up an innovative franchise with unique employee program. You are a kind of sign who usually treats the people under them in a very fair manner, in a very positive manner, in a at an equal footing. So you might be creating a fair franchise, a unique fair franchise where employees are treated at par, where people management or benefits to employees are unique in nature. You might be volunteering in a humanitarian work or project. So these are how, in the way you, as a sign Virgo, your next chapter of abundance will come by you being in your element. Virgo, this is your house of service, creating something of value by putting people together and creating efficiency in an organization, creating solutions of problem that people don't know anything about, creating innovative ideas of solutions that exist in the problems in the world, a health issue in the world that is bothering a lot of people, inefficiency on a platform that is sort of bothering a lot of people in the world. Those kind of things would bring you abundance going forward. And as I mentioned, if you have planets in the early degree of Virgo, which is around 2 degree, 3 or 4 degree, you might be initiating a new phase in your work. You might be initiating a different kind of job altogether, or you might be completely changing your work environment at this time. And that brings up the next chapter of abundance to you. There's a shift required in how you operate on a day to day basis, and efficiency required in your working environment. How do you function on a day to day basis? What is your schedule? And your need for adventure, your need for freedom would drive you to create that. And there could be a crisis that can drive as well, because Virgo, yours is a tough sign. It is a tough sign. Virgo as a sign is one of the tough signs, because it's incarnated to create solutions for the world. It is incarnated to deliver duties. It is incarnated to deliver efficiency to the world. So as a sign, the mandate that this sign has is tough. And in this season, those solutions, those abundance, the source of your growth could come from an issue, could come up from a sudden issue with a coworker, could come up with a sudden issue with a person reporting to you, could come up with a sudden issue in work environment, something that is irritating you, that is nudging you to move out from the current situation in a different way, which is nudging you to get out of. And it could be a health issue as well, because your house of work and health is getting activated. It could be a health issue that comes to front, which could be with you, with a coworker, or you see a health issue prominent in the world outside and you think of solutions around it. What are the solutions I can create to serve people so the health environment is better for the world as a whole? So this is, in my view, what is getting activated for you, Virgo. This is, in my view, not the easy path, but I think as a sign you're used to not easy. What is happening is that now, by being in your element, you are creating abundance. You're creating gains for you, because Jupiter will start expanding this part of your life when it meets Saturn in December. till then you'll be laying down the foundation of this during the course of this year, and you'll see this grow as in February, then in March, initiation in February, then in March you'll start putting down more and more foundations for it. So good luck for that, Virgo, and I wish you the best. I'll see you in the next video now. Thank you.